folks. How are you? So I just wanted to touch on the Kiely Rodni billion conspiracies because people are asking me to do another reading. Was it foul play? This kind of stuff. Listen, my cards didn't say foul play. I specifically asked, I think my first question, or one of the first ones, was it foul play? What did I get? Pointed right towards the water. So that told me if it was foul play, I would have got a card like Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. You know, there's troublemaker cards in tarot, and you can see them, and you can see the havoc they wreak. That was not what I got. I got the Ace of Cups, which told me right away water. And there's a cup there, okay? So, yes, Kiely drank too much that night. We all know that. That's what that card was saying. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. She's staring at the cup again, and tarot stands for water. She's staring at the water. She's telling us, look in the water, okay? What's she doing? She's looking at the water. I mean, literally, that's what that card means when I'm doing missing people readings. Now, if you go get tarot books, this is not what it's going to tell you. I have developed my own way of reading because I've been doing this enough that I can figure things out when I start reading, and I'm like, oh, I got that card again. And this was a similar situation that last time when I got that card. Now I fully understand that card's meaning. So it's just a different way of reading, but I have learned it. Okay, so some other conspiracies. The windows were down. She could have easily gotten out. Well, her car was found upside down, guys. You know, if the windows are down, say, this is my passenger side window. If that window's down and my back window is down a little bit, where do you think the water's coming in? I mean, think about that. Have you ever tried to get out of something through rushing water? That's strong. That's really strong. Have you been in a stream that has a good current and tried to swim upstream? Okay? Because that's what Kiely was trying to do, probably. I hate to be blunt, but if she was trying to get out that water, or that water that was rushing in from that window, I don't know that she would have been able to. And then she was probably trying to open the doors, and the doors, of course, weren't opening, which leads you to how she ended up in the back seat. Well, if the front doors aren't opening, she may very well have tried the back doors, because that's what you do, right? You're not just going to sit there if something's not working. You're in a panic. You go and see if something else somewhere else will work. And mind you, her car flipped, right? We know that because it was found upside down. So the water could have been rushing in this way. She may have been trying to get out that way, on that side where the windows weren't down, and those doors may not have opened either. I mean, it sounds like things happened so quickly, and the car started to sink so quickly that she just didn't have enough time, is what my guess is. All right, so how did she end up in the very, very back of the hatch is what people are saying is where she ended up. If your car is going down this way, the only air pocket you're going to have is probably in the very back. So it would be a logical place for someone to go if they're trying to save themselves and trying to find another way out. If they've tried the doors and they can't get out the doors. I know this is gruesome, but I'm reading all these conspiracy theories, and it's just like there really are logical reasons why things ended up the way they did. And okay, here's another one I'm going to touch on. How did no one see this? There were that many kids around, and you're telling me no one saw anything? Well, those kids were at a party of like, there's different estimates, 200, 300 kids were at that party. Have you ever been at a big party? Have you been to a concert? Have you been able to, at a concert, when everybody's talking loud and there's music playing, because there probably was music playing at this party, been even able to hear like the person 5 feet away or 10 feet away? It's hard. Like you're putting your ear in trying to hear what they're saying, even the person you're talking to. Once the music goes on, everybody's volume goes up, and it's just hard to have a conversation in your little circle. Let alone, what was she, a football field away or something? She wasn't that close. She wasn't right next to her. I mean, she was across the street, and then if you look, it was down an embankment. I mean, down, quite far down. So it wasn't a clear line of sight either. It's not like they could have just turned and saw her car, because it went down an embankment and then into the water. Yes, there should have been a splash, but you're telling me with the music blaring and all this noise around, people are going to hear that? Probably not. So I just encourage people to think logically about this a little bit more. There's really good reasons why Kiely Rodni could have very easily, unfortunately, because she was impaired, turned the wrong way, thought she was driving down the right street. I know people are saying, well, it was really bumpy and what have you. Would she have known that it shouldn't have been bumpy? I mean, really? Did she go down there a lot and know which road was smooth and which one wasn't bumpy? That's probably also a little bit much to think, especially when you're drunk too. I mean, it's just, you're not sensing everything the normal way you would have. You're impaired. There's a reason they call it impaired. So I just encourage people to think about all those things. Let the police make the final decision on what happened with her. I know there's even, the dive team is saying it looks suspicious, and I just wish for their own sake, credibility-wise, that they would just let the police, do their job. Because while they're expert divers, they're not experts at figuring out why people died, So I say just let the police do their job, let them figure it out, let's hear the reports, and everybody should draw their conclusions then. But there are logical reasons why Kiely may have ended up in that water, unfortunately, and may have drowned and been found in the condition and in the location where she was. And it's sad. It's so sad. Beautiful girl. Her whole life ahead of her. And everybody said she was really smart too. Not that anybody who's not smart deserves that either, but it's just sad. It's just sad all the way around. So we all mourn for this situation. Everybody, of course, was hoping for something better. But I just ask people to be careful about jumping on that conspiracy theory wagon, because it is a large wagon and there are a lot of people on it right now. And just wait for the final reports to come out. All right, that's all I have to say today. Take care. Bye-bye.